How's it going, guys? Jake here for Dude Ranch DIY. Welcome back to the channel. As you just saw, I took down a fresh, empty 330-gallon IBC tote off my stack over there. I just used the pallet forks to pick up these couple maple firewood poles that I cut down a couple videos back when I was clearing some area for the wood chips that you saw me spread in the last video. So I put 6 of these poles down. I was able to rest on my little firewood bucking station here. I aligned all these ends up so that they're even, so I should just be able to zip through all the dots. They're already pre-marked from the Mingo marker, so I should be able to, in theory, cut up like 6 of these at a time. So we're gonna get these cut up. I got 2 more sitting here still down by my feet. Then we're gonna fire up the RuggedMade log splitter and split up some of these ash rounds that I have left over and all this maple. So stick with us, we'll get right to it. Well, that seemed to work pretty well. We got all those cut up. Again, obviously these are pretty small rounds. I'm really looking forward to getting into some of this bigger stuff off over here in the pile. We might move the dump truck in a little bit to get a couple of those maple logs, because I don't think this is gonna fill up a 330-gallon tote, but we'll see. The heat has kind of subsided a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean it's not 95 degrees. Instead, it's 85 degrees, which I guess after the past 2 weeks of 95-degree weather, I'll take 85. But it's definitely still really hot and humid. It's supposed to drop down to be like in the low 60s tonight, though, so that could be a good indication for what's to come. All right, got these 2 last firewood poles of this maple at least, so let's get this cut up and then we'll see about getting this truck moved. All right, we got a nice little pile of maple rounds going here. I do not think that that is going to be enough to fill up that tote. And as you guys know, I've been trying to follow the motto, a tote a day keeps the doctor away. Even through this heat, I've been trying to split at least 1 tote of firewood a day just to appease me and keep my mind at ease, because I feel like it's a day wasted if I don't come home from work and at least accomplish something. So on the days that I'm not actively doing other things, I try and come back here and get a tote done. At the end of the day, it only takes me about like an hour, maybe max, and that's including filming and everything. So not too bad. I'm going to move the truck right here, and then I will gain access to some of these bigger maple rounds here, and those should help speed up things a little bit, because these little rounds, while they're super easy to deal with, they don't really amount to all that much firewood. So here we go. Well, it looks like after a couple days of parking here, the International did a little bit of compaction for me on the asphalt millings. I thought they were pretty hard, but I guess when you have a big, heavy 12,000-pound truck sitting on it for a couple days, where the tires were, especially in the front with the heavy motor, is going to sink a bit. Okay, so as you saw there, that didn't go quite as I anticipated. When I envisioned this whole thing of having the log pile here and the cutting things here and the splitter there, this is actually, these two logs were the first logs after, like, it's probably been over a month since I came up with this idea, that I'm actually pulling off that pile and bringing to these cutting or bucking, logs to then split through the splitter. And I envision doing this whole process with the grapple, but since I'm going to be cutting and splitting today, I can kind of do double duty, pulling logs off the pile and moving the IBC tote with the pallet forks, so it saves me having to go over and hook up the Wicked grapple. So just for the sake of time, that's why I'm doing that, but I do think it would be much easier and it's much more precise with that Wicked grapple. So enough chit chat. I'm gonna grab the Mingo marker and we are going to mark up this log, get it all cut up. Okay guys, we got a nice pile of rounds cut up now. This should be more than enough to fill up this here IBC tote. Got a couple big ash ones left over, and then all the rest are pretty good, manageable size with those pretty undersized ones at the bottom that we first cut up. So I'm gonna fire up the RuggedMade RS-737 and we're gonna get to work here. Well, all right, guys, that is it. Got a couple rounds over here to spare. We got a really nice full tote, mostly maple, but also some ash. Some good looking stuff. It took me just a hair over an hour. I started at 30.9. Oh, excuse me. Started at 30.9 hours and now I'm at 32 hours on the dot. So not too bad considering the heat and that I'm here by myself, and they were a bunch of really small rounds for the most part and some big rounds. So, you know, the big rounds take longer because I have to like manhandle them, but they produce more wood. Smaller rounds go really fast, so you have to like keep reloading the log lift. But you know, I'll tell you, I thought that 10 degrees was going to be a big difference going from 95 to 85, but I am exhausted and I am pretty sweaty. So I am going to call it here. Thank you as always for watching. If you're new to the channel, if you joined us after I hit 5,000 subscribers, no big deal. Welcome. You are part of the pre-10,000 crew because that's what I'm thinking is kind of the next milestone. So we want to double it way quicker than we got to 5,000, hopefully. So thank you again to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that isn't subscribed watching. I really appreciate you watching it. I have so much fun doing this. I think it shows in the videos. So I hope you enjoy watching them. What was I gonna say? Oh, if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. Haven't done so already, click that subscribe button. Questions, comments, feedback, throw it down in that comment section below. But for now, I am Jake. This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.